I want it all. Life for the famous, rich beyond my wildest dreams. I'm so shameless. Promised I wouldn't let it go once I grabbed it, but now I want more, and I'ma have.
Hey, what's up? Lock 'em up, hoops. Realistic Randy with MasterMin and BoldBarry. BoldBarry's got the Kobe Bryant hands in between one another. Lost out again, the Boston Celtics. But weren't they in the middle of talking to D Wade or possible landing spots, BoldBarry?
Not happening like that. It wasn't happening.
Not happening.
We didn't even
Celtics?
remotely think about it. Yeah,
It's all
we
good.
weren't thinking about it.
It's
just
good.
it was questionable. It was something I questioned. I was like, hey, let's do it.
Well, we do know
like,
now that Dwyane Wade, he's not joining the Boston Celtics. He's not staying with the Miami Heat. He is indeed going to the Chicago Bulls. 2 years,
Back
$47 million. Yeah, coming home. BoldBarry, actually, let's go to you, man. What do you make of Dwyane Wade going to the Chicago Bulls? I never thought he would leave the Miami Heat, but it's done. People are burning jerseys now and everything. What do you think, man?
I mean, not mad about it. It's really whatever. I mean, it's his hometown. It's not like he joined a super team or joined LeBron James or did anything really like hotlandish, to really get there. I mean, besides holding leverage to get paid by his hometown team. I mean, I fully blame Pat Riley for this one. I mean, you pay that man that brought your franchise 3 championships. I don't see why you don't keep that. Even if he does want to get paid money, what else do you have? You just signed Hassan Whiteside. You don't really have any much else to pick out of the litter. After Dwyane Wade, everybody went somewhere. So I don't see why you didn't want to pay him unless you're looking to rebuild and thinking that you're going to set everything around Whiteside. I guess go ahead, make that move happen, rebuild. And we all know Bosh is questionable. But Wade, I think it was a solid move for him. I mean, he wrote, everybody's writing letters and stuff too. You know how I feel about letters. But, he's writing letters about, what he had to do it for. And I think it's a genuine thing. I mean, he had to do it for his family. Like, it's back home. It's where he's from. So nobody should really knock him. I mean, he gave Miami Heat,
13 years.
13 years of his blood, sweat, and tears. He's literally changed that whole franchise for what it is. He changed the face of that place. He made it attractive. He brought the place 3 championships. I mean, I don't know how many times I got to say that part, but, I'm not mad about the move. I don't think it's going to work. Honestly, I don't see it working. I mean, Jimmy can play the 3, Wade played the 2, and then Rondo. It's a very dysfunctional pair at that 1 and 2/3 slot. I'd say that because, you got strong personalities in Rajon Rondo and, surprisingly strong personality from the MIP, most improved player, Jimmy Butler, who's very vocal as well. So who wants to take that vocal leadership role in the locker room? I mean, in that situation, I think Jimmy Butler should take the back seat because you have champions who are really should be the vocal guys. They know how to get it done. So I think you should really fall back under Dwyane Wade's wing, especially. He's the true winner out of that big 3, I guess, over there. I mean, that's just a little bit of a forced call.
Don't say big 3.
Yeah, but it was the best word I had to, choose at the time. But, good luck to you, Wade. I know you really was doing this to get more money out of Miami because I think his loyalty was really like, look, just pay me the extra $3 million, man. Like, that's all I want. Pat was like, nope, I don't see that happening. And I don't understand it. I'm baffled by it, but I'm not surprised and I'm not mad or upset or looking at Wade any sort of way. I mean, it was just the best choice that he had. He's at the twilights of his career. So one of you guys can take that one.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised. I mean, like realistic, Randy, you always mention this is just leverage. So, Miami can give him the $50 million, and it's just to play around with everyone and not sign there. So, I'm actually shocked this didn't happen last year because last year they signed Goran Dragic to a max deal, and the year before they signed Chris Bosh to a max deal, and now this year they signed Hassan Whiteside to a max deal. So. Where's Dwyane Wade in all this? He's the guy that got you 3 championships. He recruited LeBron James for you. He even got a championship before LeBron was there. So he also recruited Chris Bosh. I think I already mentioned that. He's taking pay cuts to have LeBron and Chris Bosh there. He's taking pay cuts for Luol Deng to even come last year. So this guy's been taking pay cuts year after year. The crazy stat of the day or crazy number of the day, he's never been the highest paid player on his team, which I still find, which is crazy. Wow. He is arguably the top 3 shooting guards of all times, and he's never been the highest paid player on his team.
Player in the league.
That's disrespectful. Pat Riley.
Pat thinks.
Pat Riley. I've always liked Pat Riley. I think he was a great coach. He's been a great president so far for Miami, but I'm starting to think that his arrogance is getting in the way because look, he lost LeBron James for nothing. Now you just lost Dwyane Wade for nothing. So that's two literally top 20
Superstars.
players. I mean, we all know LeBron's the best, but Dwyane Wade is at least top 20, 25. So I think that's unacceptable just to lose talent for no reason. But as far as him going to the Bulls, that's an interesting one. I mean, I can't see it yet. Maybe I have to see how the roster fills out because I know I text you guys. I'm like, so this means Jimmy Butler's playing the 3 now, or is Dwyane Wade playing the 3? I don't get it. I don't get the X's and O's of how that works. Rondo can't shoot.
Fred Hoiberg.
Dwyane Wade, I'll get to him in a second. Dwyane Wade can't shoot. Jimmy Butler, he's more of a mid-range guy, slasher. He's not really a 3-point shooter, so the NBA game has changed. It's about 3-point shots now, and this team will not hit any threes outside of Doug McDermott, and they got the guy Teletovic, Mirotic, they got him, and that's about it. I can't think of another and they just traded Mike Dunleavy to the Cavaliers so they can make room for Dwyane Wade. So I don't see any 3-point shooting on this team. But the good thing is you do have Dwyane Wade on your team. He's a champion. He will bring leadership to that locker room. You have, like you mentioned, you said you think he should take over the team. I don't think so. He's coming over to somebody else's team. That's Jimmy Butler's team. So I think, and he's 34 years old. He's turning 35 in January. So he has to let him be the second guy. Let Jimmy do his thing. And we know Dwyane Wade can't play 35 plus minutes anymore. He has to cut those minutes now. Jimmy Butler can play those minutes, so it has to be his team. Rondo.
He's your point guard, done.
Rondo. He's still he led the team. He led the league in assists last year. We know he can pass, but once again, he can't shoot. So with this team, there's no shooter. So literally, all you do is have to sag off of him. I'm still trying to figure out how this. Like I said, I don't know the X and O's at all. How this team works. I think they'll make the playoffs. I think they'll be a 5th, 6th, 7th seed maybe.
Low ball 7.
They lost Pau Gasol. They lost Joakim Noah. So the defense, even though they did replace Joakim Robin Lopez, he kind of can fill in some of that defensive, statue. But I don't really see anything outside of that. They did draft Denzel Valentine from Michigan State. He's a good player, but the rookie to NBA, that takes some time, so he's not ready. I don't think, in my opinion. Maybe we'll see in the D League if they play. I mean, not the D League, the Summer League. So it was a cute move. I think you can't be mad at signing Dwyane Wade. I mean, he's a legend. I mean, I'd take him if the Lakers wanted him. I'd be glad to welcome Dwyane Wade. He's a great player. I think he still has something left. He has a good 2 to 3 solid years. He can probably put up 18 points a game. So it's not a bad move. I think the Heat, not the Heat. The Heat are definitely losers in this situation, but the Bulls are definitely winners in this situation because at this point, they were going to start over, and now it looks like they're back in contention.
Playoff contention.
Exactly. So it was a good move. You can't be mad at it. So that's my take on Wade's situation.
Let me start with Chicago Bulls for a second. And I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, how are they going to be able to score away from the basket? I mean, Jimmy Butler, mid-range guy, slasher, like you said, mastermind. Dwyane Wade is a slasher. Rondo is nothing on the scoring end. This dude, first of all, we already know that Dwyane Wade, he wanted respect. He did sacrifice everything like that. First of all right, let me say this. I understand why Pat Riley and the Miami Heat, why they may have been hesitant to unload all that money. I understand, what he did, and everything like that, but this is a business. First of all, this should be a lesson to everyone out there, whatever type of job you're at, especially the players, that the whole, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine later, that's not going to work. You need to go out and get yours. If I was one of these players, these top 10 players, I would take a 1-year deal every single year just because I know I'm going to get the max every single year instead of signing a 5-year deal and then 2 years later Mike Conley is making, $10 million more than you a year. But that's just me. As far as Chicago is concerned, Rondo is the point guard, so that means they absolutely have no chance. That extra $3.5 million for Dwyane Wade, I hope it makes him really, really happy. He deserves the respect. I don't understand how he was never the highest paid player on his team ever at any time in his career. That's ridiculous. But now you're going to play with Rondo, and this dude, all I can say is he quit on the Dallas Mavericks in the middle of a playoff series, and I don't even care about him leading the league in assists last year because this dude, I don't care. This dude, as of lately, only thrives on terrible teams. He reminds me of and I don't want to put this dude down, but I'm just comparing it just for the sake of doing it. Kevin Love, when he was with the Minnesota Timberwolves, I believe if he was away from the Cavs, he may have a better shot if he was a 1 or 2 option. But if you're listen, man, listen. Kevin Love looked like Kevin Love looked like a beast out in Minnesota. We all know this. He was a double-double machine, points galore, could score anyone on the floor. But guess what? He played for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Rajon Rondo on the Sacramento Kings. Come on, man. Come on, let's be real.
Bro. He led the league in assists. He was doing that with the Celtics, bro.
Yeah, the Celtics, the scrappy, athletic. I'm disrespectful. I don't.
He put on your
what?
boys, but,
what?
You know, you
what? Come on, man. This new era of basketball. You have to score at the point guard position, dude. You can't just play defense and just pass and all that stuff anymore. It's not gonna work. It's 4-on-5, and now that you got Robin Lopez there, who's at the 4? Is it Taj Gibson? It's basically 2-on-5. It's 2-on-5 basketball.
They drafted Bobby Portis last year. He's not bad.
He's not bad. No, yeah, he's not bad.
So I mean, take a chance on him.
But Chicago, I mean, I think Dwyane Wade, he definitely. I'm happy that he's like, you know what? I know my worth. I'm gonna go out. I'm not gonna disrespect myself for putting myself in this situation. But how about the Miami Heat? What is the Miami Heat been known for? For taking care of their players, Alonzo Mourning, all these players that they look after. Udonis Haslem, he's been there forever. So
they took Shaq when he was there for like 3-4 years.
So now you had the greatest player you've ever had in your franchise abruptly leave. That's a bad look for Pat Riley. I don't know. And then you got Miami as a franchise is in a world of trouble. Chris Bosh, his max contract goes through 2009, not through 2019. Actually 3 more years. 3 more years. 2016, 17, 17, 18, 18. Yeah, so through 2019, and I don't know what they're supposed to do with that. You just signed Hassan Whiteside to a max contract. You got Goran Dragic on a max contract. So it's like, what can you do? I mean, I don't know what to say for the Heat organization. I'm just glad Dwyane Wade didn't go to Cleveland, man. You could not leave Miami to go to Cleveland.
$3 million.
Yeah, you could do that.
That would have told you he wants more rings though, so it's whatever.
It is whatever.
But at the same time, these.
You can't sell out like that.
$3 million.
Yeah, but you see now, like, there's videos of like fans already burning Dwyane Wade's jersey. First of all, I think
it's the thing to do.
I think people are just doing it just to go viral now. They're like, look at me.
Only people that really deserve to do that are LeBron fans and people in OKC.
Nah, stop. Nah.
Two trader things.
Nope.
Trader things.
Let's not get back on that again. First of all, the dude the main dude that was burning KD memorabilia, he was burning a T-shirt. A Kevin Durant T-shirt. Oh, good. That $10 shirt. Oh, yeah, I'm going to show Kevin Durant. You guys are unbelievable. Not you guys, but OKC in general. All he's done for that community, he helped out with the tornado disaster. He helped out. He built courts for the youth around it and everything like that. And now they're giving his restaurants bad reviews. They're burning $10 T-shirts of Kevin Durant. And that little kid that was, crying, that looks staged as hell. Come on, man. I want to hear nothing.
Let me ask y'all this about Wade, though. Because Wade, they did offer him, I think, what was it, 2 years, 40 mil, right?
20 mil.
Now, we've seen certain legends and players who want to make their franchise better and, want to continue to try to win championships. Now, Tim Duncan. I mean, in football, you got Tom Brady doing it. You got players doing it and stuff, right? So, let me ask you this: was he not trying to contend anymore by doing that? Like, was that a selfish move on Dwayne's part? Because I look at it like, why don't you take that pay cut and have that money get spared for somebody else to bring you talent over there? That's my thing.
See, in my opinion, like, he's still the best player on that team. Let's be real. I don't care. I don't care if he's 34 years old. You give that man the money. You took care of Goran Dragic. You gave him a max deal last year, but you can't give Dwyane Wade an extra $3 million. Come on now, To me, that's disrespectful.
Extra
He
7, really.
Yeah, because he wanted a 47. He actually wanted 50, ended up settling for 47.
Exactly, he settled for 47. So what really happened?
I mean, I still think you got to give the money. You really, you've been very, very stern on that, because I remember when Kobe Bryant got his $48 million for 2 years, like 3 years ago. You were like, why would you give this dude this money when he's been hurt for the last 2 years? See,
and that's different. Yeah, he was hurt.
And for me, I honestly believe that you should take care of those guys. Like, I understand what they did in the past. Like, they took care of your whole organization. They got you championships. They've made you how much money over the last 13 years in Dwyane Wade's case?
Millions of dollars for you.
You have to give him that money back. Like, that's just my thing. Same with Danny Ainge. He didn't even take care of Paul Pierce. He just gave him out of there, and he gave him to the Brooklyn Nets. Like, I think trading your legend players like that is so disrespectful for me. I know it's a business, but it feels like you're an object at the end of the day when you don't get taken care of.
But that's the comment. Go ahead.
Also, I don't know if you guys missed this or not. It was reported that the Heat tried to clear up cap space to pay Wade some money, but things just wasn't working out. So, I mean, I think the effort was there. It was just that they got too disrespectful, where it's like they were like, "Nah, we're not going to pay you that," and I think lowballing them off the rip was a problem. But here's 2 years, $40 million, the same.
You see how quick they signed Hassan Whiteside? Like, it was no hesitation. Like, I get age, I get it, but come on.
But how many times have we seen? But how many times have we seen teams where at the end, where they're supposed to do something, they never live up to, or they never do what they agreed that they would do? So that's why I'm saying these athletes, I get it, loyalty and everything like that, but I don't care, man. I don't blame these dudes that like Hassan Whiteside. That's like, it's not about loyalty. It's all about doing what's best for me. I don't care. I don't blame any of these players for going out and getting this. Get your money, because at a moment's notice, yeah, you know what? Your employer can say, yeah, I'll do this for you. I'll do that for you. But at the end of the day, you're just an employee at the end of the day, and they're just gonna be like, all right, well, I'm just gonna do what I want. So I know I agreed that I would do this for you, but fall back. So that's why I mean, for all these players that are going out, and I don't have a look. Chandler Parsons, Harrison Barnes, they're not max players. I don't care what no one says. But I'm not going to blame them for going out and get their contracts, because
you have to.
You have to go out and get it. Just the way it's set up. So I think it's a lesson for everyone out there that you can't necessarily go off handshakes anymore. This isn't, the old days where you could possibly do that. This is the new age, man. But I get why the Heat were hesitant, because they probably weren't trying to go down the road that the Lakers were going down these last recent years. But the Miami Heat,
they still have players at least, though. They have Hassan.
Just Hassan and Goran Dragic, because I don't know if Chris Bosh is going to be there. He's a wild card.
They got Winslow there that's going to develop. Josh Richardson. They got players, but it's not to beat the Cavs. But I mean,
it's rebuild time for the Heat. That's what I say. I chalk it up rebuild time for the Heat.
It really is. I think at the end of the day, it's going to be Cavs and Pacers, and then everybody else just fall back.
Glad you brought the Pacers up.
So. We'll leave it there, man. Yeah, Dwyane Wade going to the Chicago Bulls, no longer a member of the Miami Heat. I'm sure all the Miami, fans are outraged, even though he helped deliver 3 championships. So, go ahead and make your jersey burning videos go viral.
Man, that's how it goes.
It is what it is, man.
I want it all. Life for the famous, rich beyond my wildest dreams. I'm so shameless. Promised I wouldn't let it go once I grabbed it, but now I want more, and I'ma have it. Champagne dreaming, campaign teaming, so much.